the drummer who beat for Fufu. In the heart of Kiki, Cross River State, lived a young man named E2, a talented village drummer whose hands could make even the most stubborn feet dance. Every market day, E2 would sit under the great Aroko tree and beat his talking drum with so much passion that even birds would pause to listen. But E2 had one weakness. He didn't believe in giving his best unless he was sure of a reward. "I can't waste sweet beats for nothing," he would say. "If I don't see food or money, my drum sleeps." One day, the village elders were preparing for the grand Yam Festival, a sacred event held only once every 5 years. Chiefs from nearby villages would attend, and the drummers were to perform at the palace square. E2 was called upon. "E2, your drum is needed," said Chief Kola. "Come and perform at the Yam Festival. It will be a great honor." "Will there be payment?" E2 asked, eyes narrowing. "It is a service to your people. The reward will come," replied the chief. That one nice story," E2 muttered. But he agreed, only because he didn't want people to say he refused the palace. The day came. Drummers from different villages arrived, pounding rhythms into the sky. The air buzzed with energy. But E2? He lazily tapped his drum like he was half asleep. No flair, no passion, no rhythm. He even yawned mid-performance. The crowd was confused. Is this not E2, the great drummer? Why is he beating like someone being forced? Chief Kolo was disappointed. The festival ended, and the drummers were thanked. Gifts were shared. Goats, bags of rice, new wrappers, and envelopes. But they were given only to those who had performed with excellence. E2 watched as even a boy from another village received a fat envelope. He approached the chief. "Sir, my reward Nanko?" Chief Koko looked at him and said, "E2, you beat your drum like someone beating for Fufu. So here is your reward." He handed Edom a steaming bowl of pounded yam and a goosey soup, nothing else. E2 stood there, stunned. People laughed softly. Some pitied him. From that day, E2 changed. He realized that in life, rewards often come to those who give their best, not those who wait for motivation before they act. So he began to drum with heart again, whether paid or not. And soon he became known beyond Obadu. He was invited to festivals everywhere, even Lagos. Years later, a reporter asked him, "What changed your life?" E2 smiled and said, "One day, I beat drum like I was beating Fufu, and Fufu was what I got. Since then, I drum like a king because kings don't eat Fufu for free." Moral of the story: never wait to see the reward before giving your best. Excellence brings reward even when you don't expect it. E2's story is a reflection of something many of us do without realizing. We wait. We wait to see if the reward is worth it. We wait to see who's watching. We wait to be motivated before we put in effort. What the truth is, waiting to give your best only when there's a guaranteed reward is a losing strategy in life. When E2 was asked to drum at the Yam Festival, he agreed, but with the wrong mindset. So he played with no passion, no skill, no spirit. He gave a poor performance, thinking he was smart, saving his energy for a better paying day. But life responded in kind. He was given a simple bowl of pounded yam as his reward. Nothing more. That moment taught him something deeper. Life gives back to you what you give to it. Here's the truth: excellence is never wasted. Even when it feels like no one is noticing, someone always is. People remember effort. They remember consistency. And eventually, they reward it. But when you choose to give half-hearted work, thinking you're playing safe, you actually close doors without knowing it. The jobs you think are small are often tests. Tests of character. Tests of work ethic. Tests of discipline. And when you pass those tests by giving your best, unseen forces start aligning for you. Referrals come. Bigger opportunities show up. People begin to trust your name even when you're not in the room. E2 changed his mindset. He stopped drumming only for reward and started drumming because it was who he was, a master of his craft. And from there, his name went beyond his village. That's what happens when you make excellence your habit. So here's the real lesson. Don't wait to be paid before you put in the work. Don't wait to be noticed before you show up fully. Don't wait to be celebrated before you act like someone worth celebrating. Because the world doesn't reward potential, it rewards performance. Give your best now and the reward will always find you. Even if it takes time, excellence never goes unpaid.